You are listening to Huddling with the Herd on KYNT, a weekly recap of Yankton High School athletics. Huddling with the Herd is brought to you in part by Mount Marty University, At the Bar, FNBO, Avera, Parker Hannafin, Olson's Pest Technicians, Farmers Union Insurance, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, Vision Care Associates, Explorers Credit Union, Slowey Management, Mason Schramm and the Move Group, MT&RC Smith Insurance, Triple Time Rudy's, Vision Real Estate, First Dakota National Bank, Yankton Medical Clinic, the UPS Store, Hy-Vee, First Chiropractic Centers, Pizza Ranch, and Missouri River Associates. Now, broadcasting live from KYNT Studios, it's Huddling with the Herd with KYNT Sports Director Brayden Butler.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. This is Huddling with the Herd on Saturday, February 21st, 2026, and we're going to take a look back at this past week in Yankton Bucks and Gazelles athletics. I am Brayden Butler. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday. It's been a fun week for Yankton athletics. Gymnastics wrapped up their season with a sixth place finish as a team at the AA State Championships last weekend. Wrestling has multiple state qualifiers for individual play. Bowling on its way to a state tournament appearance next week. The Bucks trying to defend their state title. And the Bucks JV team finishing very well. I'll just bury the lead, finishing at the top of the JV state tournament last night. So plenty to talk about. Big week for Bucks and Gazelles basketball as well. And Bucks hockey has their final home game of the regular season tomorrow. There's plenty of stuff to talk about for Yankton Bucks and Gazelles athletics here on KYNT and KYNTV. You are listening live to Huddling with the Herd. It's presented to you by Explorers Credit Union. They proudly serve Southeast South Dakota and Northeast Nebraska. Discover the difference with them at explorerscu.com. When we come back here on Huddling with the Herd, we're going to start things off with Yankton Bucks basketball. Despite going 1-1 this week, still a very impressive week for the Bucks as they head into their final week of the regular season next week. We're back in a couple minutes here on KYNT and KYNTV. You are listening to Huddling with the Herd.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care. Whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
What if your next big adventure isn't somewhere out there, but already waiting for you at home? That kitchen remodel, a new addition, or that dream family getaway? Your home's equity can fuel it all. With a fixed-rate home equity loan from Explorers Credit Union, turn what you've built into where you're going next. Explorers Credit Union, we believe in helping you launch your next big adventure. Call 800-491-4309 and speak with a loan officer today. Explorers Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
At Mount Marty University, students get real support and real opportunities.
Hi, I'm Maya, and I'm a business major at Mount Marty University. The professors here at Mount Marty are just amazing. They're very good about supporting me through future internships and jobs that they try and line me up with, and they also provide real life experiences in the classroom through projects and speakers and things like that.
Start your journey online at mountmarty.edu.
At the Bar is the bar for sports fans, with coverage of NFL, college basketball favorites, Yankton High School action, and NHL hockey too. Open 7 days a week. Bring in your crew, grab a table, and take in all the action surrounded by fans who love the game as much as you do. The energy's better, the company's great, and the beverages are cold, just the way game day should be. You can watch the game anywhere, but real fans gather at the Bar in downtown Yankton.
FNBO is the great big small bank, and for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com. Member FDIC.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
Welcome back here on Huddling with the Herd, KYNT, KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler. Thank you for joining this morning for Huddling with the Herd. We're going to kick off our talk today talking about Yankton Bucks basketball, an impressive week for them, despite what a 1-1 record might suggest. They took one of the best teams in the entire state in Sioux Falls Christian down to the wire on Tuesday. Ended up being a 74-71 loss for the Bucks in varsity play. Jackson Kudera had 21 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. Beck Reichen, 19 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 steal. Abel Bryan, 12 points, 3 assists, and a rebound. And Owen Eisnes in that game had 10 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, and 1 steal. In JV play on Tuesday, the Bucks would lose to Sioux Falls Christian 59-45. Grady Walder would lead the Bucks with 16 points in that JV game. Ivan Hirschman followed with 9. Sophomore game on Tuesday, the Bucks would fall again in a close one, 61-56. Brady Ness would lead the Bucks with 17 points. Braden Scott followed with 10. Jumping ahead now to last night, it's the home finale for the Yankton Bucks, and they were impressive. A 13-point victory over the number 6 team at the time in Class AA in T area. 51-38 your final score. A season-high 21 points for Abel Bryan, just shy of a double-double with 8 rebounds and 1 assist. Jackson Kudera followed with 15 points, 5 boards, and a steal. Beck Reichen had 6 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. And Owen Eisnes, 5 points, 4 assists. And as it seems to be the case with Owen Eisnes every single game, 4 steals. He had quite a few steals again. Owen does a great job playing those passing lanes. He's got active hands at the top of the key as well. In JV play, it would be a win for the Bucks, 59-47. Grady Walder led the way with 20 points, followed by 10 from Ivan Hirschman. And that's something I want to talk about in the varsity game as well. Seeing Ivan Hirschman again reminded me of it. Yankton, we're missing a couple guys last night. Tegan LaCroix and Miles Drotzman were unavailable, so they ran a 6-man rotation. Ivan Hirschman was the only guy who came off the bench, and I thought he played very well during his time out on the floor. But all the Yankton Bucks played super, super well. They stayed, the cardio and the conditioning, that's a lot of credit to, I know, the coaching staff at practice, but also Coach Rosie and what he does in the strength and conditioning for the team. What he does is exceptional across all Yankton sports. Every single coach heaps praise on Coach Rosie, and you can see why with how conditioned the Bucks were last night in their big win. But like I was saying, JV 59-47 win. Grady Walder 20 points, Ivan Hirschman 10 points. Sophomore game was a 57-48 loss for the Bucks, but Emmett Hirschman had 15 points. Brady Ness followed with 8. In the freshman A game, the Bucks would fall 61-52. Braden Scott led the way with 17 points, followed by 14 from Landon Merkel. And in the freshman B game, it was a dominant win for Yankton. Asante Aguilara scored 19 points to lead to a 65-40 win. Jake Trigby Lutton followed with 15 points. Adrian Van Osdol with 14. Now that's the results from this week, but now we'll hear from head coach Chris Haynes of the Yankton Bucks. This is from last night's post-game interview after a big win against the T-Area Titans. Talked about the win, talked about his team, and also gave a quick preview of what's coming up next for the Yankton Bucks. Let's go to the interview now here on Huddling with the Herd, KYNT, KYNTV.
We welcome in head coach Chris Haynes of the victorious Yankton Bucks tonight, and what was a really impressive showing for your guys, holding T-Area to 38 points as a team, scoring 51 in your own. And really in that second half, that fourth quarter even, I only had 6 points down. I feel like I missed something somewhere. I did not feel like, you guys played great defense, but it still feels like I missed something there. 6 points in the fourth quarter is nuts for you guys.
Yeah, great defensive effort. I thought it started with Beck Reichen and Owen Eisnes, Garden Shot, and Wiebenga. I mean, those two are right at the top of the list in AA in scoring. And they just made things hard on him. They made it hard for him to catch the basketball. They had a hand in the face all night and made him take difficult shots. And then I thought not only that, we were able to guard them, but then I thought the big thing was we were able to rebound. And that's kind of been an Achilles heel for us at times this year. And we rebounded great tonight. Obviously, they're a big, strong, athletic team. And so to be able to board it like we did tonight was huge.
You know, you got 3 seniors on your team, all of them playing one last time in front of their home crowd tonight. You mentioned Beck Owen playing great defense at the top of the key. Abe O'Brien comes out and is your leading scorer. I believe a season high 21 points for him tonight. One final time in front of his home crowd. I think all 3 of your seniors played very, very well.
Yeah, they did. And Abe played great. You know, he had his best game, and he's been playing so good as of late, playing with a lot of confidence. And Abe can do that. He's got the ability to score the basketball. He can go to the basket. He's finishing around the rim a lot better, shooting the ball from the outside with confidence. And like you said, those 3 just played great and really led us tonight. And, I thought Jack had a couple of huge threes for us, too, when things were kind of stalling out and they were kind of making a run. Jack stepped up and made a couple big ones, but just all the way across the board. Obviously, we were a little shorthanded tonight with a couple of guys out, not able to play. So we only played 6 guys, and, didn't have a lot of subs, and those guys just gutted it out, and it was a great effort by them.
Yeah, I would say credit to you and your staff, whatever you're doing in practice, for the cardio and conditioning of these guys, because like you said, you only ran 6 guys out on the floor. All of them played a lot of minutes tonight, and all of them played very well. Yeah, they played great, and Coach Rosie has a lot to do with that and helping us get in condition and get in shape. And our guys work hard in practice, and those things are starting to pay off now. You came into tonight tied for 14th, I believe, in the Class AA standings with Pierre. Big win tonight over a team that was ranked 6th coming in, so that should help the seed points. And then next week, you got 3 games, all on the road. How are you looking at ending this regular season on a high note? Yeah, I mean, enjoy this one tonight, and then you got to shift forward to 100% focus on Brookings. And Brookings is playing better as of late. They're a lot like us in the fact that they've been very competitive, just haven't quite been able to get over the hump and win his games as much as they would have liked. Excuse me. As much as they would have liked, but they're playing a lot better basketball. They played Roosevelt close. They played some other teams here down the stretch really close. And it all starts with their big guy inside. He's a horse in there, and we saw him on the football field. And so we're going to have to do a good job on him. And then they got a couple of shooters that we're going to have to find too. So, again, let's enjoy this one tonight and then 100% moving forward and focusing on Brookings.
That was head coach Chris Haynes of the Yankton Bucks here on KYNT and KYN-TV after last night's win against the T-Area Titans. Up next for Yankton, they're on the road on Tuesday against Brookings, and then they're on the road the rest of the week as well. Friday night at Spearfish, Saturday afternoon at Douglas. We'll be there for both games. It's an overnight trip, so for Huddling with the Herd next week, I'll let you in right now. It sounds like Josh Bolter is going to step in for Huddling with the Herd next week for me, since I will be out in Spearfish and Douglas. I'll be West River overnight that night. So it sounds like I said, Josh Bolter is going to be stepping in. So big thanks for him next weekend. We're going to go back to break here on KYNT and KYN-TV. When we return, we're going to talk about Yankton Gazelles basketball. Big win for them last night as well over T-Area. We're back in a couple minutes. This is Huddling with the Herd, KYNT, KYN-TV.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
Rodents want to make your home their home. Pesky invaders go in search of warm housing and food for the winter. An invasion of rodents can be costly and can contribute to disease and contamination of products. So trust the experts to keep them out. Olson Pest Technicians is family-owned with over 80 years of experience. Even the toughest infestations don't stand a chance. Olson Pest Technicians, putting pests to rest since 1966. Call 800-KIL-BUGS.
Tip-off is here and the season's heating up. Whether it's your home, farm, or everyday life, Farmers Union Insurance help you defend against the unexpected and score big on protection. Brendan Hansen and Brandon Tykero at Suite 101B, Morgan Square in Yankton help you rebound from surprises, make every play count, and keep your game strong all season long. Don't let life slam dunk you. Stop by today and stay covered with Farmers Union Insurance.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury,
check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet.
From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Located on Summit Street across from the high school.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision too. That's why State Farm agent Rhonda Westland is right here in Yankton to help you select the right protection at the right price. Rhonda will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Do you struggle with dry contacts? At Vision Care Associates, we have a great option. Infused contact lenses by Bosch & Lomb. Infused lenses are designed to ensure that your eyes stay hydrated and irritation-free, even after a full day of wear. Our doctors specialize in fitting these lenses for maximum comfort and optimal vision. Schedule your consultation and experience the all-day comfort and crisp, clear vision you deserve.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Welcome back here on KYNT, KYNTV. You're listening to Huddling with the Herd. We talked about Bucks basketball a few moments ago. Now we're going to switch gears and talk about the Gazelles. Two very different games this week. It was a rough outing for them on Tuesday against Sioux Falls Christian, but bouncing back last night with a big win over T Area. We will start at Tuesday's game. It was a 62-23 loss for the Gazelles. Eden Wolfgram had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Nora Kraske, 6 steals, 2 assists, and Kelson Wells, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. In the JV game, Yankton would fall 49-40. Isabel Sheldon led with 15 points and 7 rebounds, and Berkeley Olsen added 10 points for the Gazelles. In the C game, it was a 41-31 loss. Jaslyn Romero led the way with 8 points, followed by 6 from Isabel Sheldon. Now on Friday, just last night, a 59-46 win over T Area. Jordan Kudera. Unofficial stats here. We'll see once Huddle reviews the game and gets us the official stats. But unofficial stats by our count, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals for Jordan Kudera, a double-double, 19 points for Eden Wolfgram, 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks for September Rao, and Jocelyn Elwood finished with 4 assists. In JV play, it was a 64-54 loss for Yankton. Isabel Sheldon would lead the way, almost a double-double for her, 14 points and 8 rebounds. Also almost a double-double for Jaslyn Romero, 10 points, 7 rebounds, add in 3 steals, 13 points for Maddie Tereshinsky, and 8 points from Olivia Woods. In the C game, 35-30 loss for the Gazelles. J.D. Kendall led the way with 6 points. Kennedy Muth and Savannah Becker each had 4 rebounds. But did get a chance to talk to head coach Blake Savvy of the Yankton Gazelles last night after their big win over the T Area Titans. Let's go to that interview now here on KYNT and KYNTV. It's head coach Blake Savvy, the Yankton Gazelles basketball team, here on Huddling with the Herd.
Coach Savvy, an impressive performance for your Gazelles tonight. 2 players right around 20 points by my count. Of course, those are the unofficial stats. But Jordan Kudera, Eden Wolfgram combining for 39 points for you by my count. Just a great showing for your team, offensively, defensively, all facets of the game.
Yeah, I thought that they did a great job, again, letting our defense kind of lead to offense. And then they did a good job reading the defense tonight. I thought we called a lot more sets than we generally do. But a lot of times, I mean, sets are just designed to get you an advantage, and then it's the player's responsibility to find those advantages and attack them. And I thought they did a great job of that the whole night. And it led to a good spread of scoring. I think 3 in double figures, with September having a really big second half as well. And really proud of them. And another night of every single person that was on the floor contributing something very meaningful to the win.
Yeah, looking at it, September Rao, by my count, ends up with 7 points in that fourth quarter alone. So that's your third player in double digits this evening. I don't keep track of rebounds up here. I mostly focus on points just to keep everything simple for myself while calling the game. But it really felt like Jordan Kudera was close to a double-double. She was on the boards a lot, tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know what she ended up with.
And our stats are unofficial as well, but we've got her for a double-double. We've got her at 20 and 10. And that's just an excellent night, and then she tacked 3 assists and 3 steals onto that. One that I think Jocelyn Elwood had 5 rebounds, and she had 4 assists tonight. And she is not one that's going to show up in the score column, but she played a phenomenal game. All those other stats between rebounds, steals, assists, and just breaking the press, she is at the center of a lot of that, and she does a phenomenal job just in that facet of the game.
One thing I want to ask you about, I know you're a busy guy during this halftime, but one question for you is, it felt like the offense kind of stagnated a bit at the end of the second quarter. What was the halftime talk like? Because they came out firing in the second half.
Let's not stop doing what got us that big point outing to start the game. I thought we just kind of started to let the ball stick, and we were catching it and just dribbling a little bit too much rather than keeping the ball moving. And so we talked a lot going into the night. We either need to shoot it, drive it, or pass it, but we need to make those decisions quick, and we need to make them with a purpose. And when we did that tonight, we were on fire on the offensive end, and when we let the ball stick is when we kind of got ourselves into trouble.
Up next for you guys is Brookings on Tuesday on the road against the Bobcats. What do you got to do in that matchup to come out with another win?
It's going to be more of the same that we saw tonight. We've got to first see what they're in defensively. They're a team that can play man and zone, and so we've got to see what they're in and then find out how we're going to space and attack it. But it's going to start on the defensive end. It's going to be playing high-pressure basketball and then letting that lead to our offense. And, we're excited for the next 3 games in the next week, and we think it's a great chance to go grab a lot of momentum going into the Sodak 16.
That was head coach Blake Savvy of the Yankton Gazelles here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Talked about it at the end of the interview there, but Brookings is the plan on Tuesday. That's not the plan. Brookings is scheduled on Tuesday. They're going to Brookings on Tuesday to take on the Bobcats, one of their 3 final games of the regular season. We will be there with them on KYNT and KYN-TV. I'll be on the call. I believe, speaking of the guy who's going to, a lot of beliefs today when it comes to Josh Bolter, but it sounds like Josh is going to come up with me for that game on Tuesday as well. Run Cameron, take care of everything on that end. So appreciate him for that, for making the trip up with me. But Tuesday, 6 p.m. tip-off for the girls, 5:15 pregame on KYNT and KYN-TV. The Bucks game will follow against Brookings. We're going to go back to break here on Huddling with the Herd, but when we return, it's time to talk about Bucks and Gazelles wrestling. An impressive week for them. Actually, check that. We're going to talk Yankton gymnastics first and then move into Bucks and Gazelles wrestling. So gymnastics when we come back. This is Huddling with the Herd, KYNT, KYN-TV.
What if your next big adventure isn't out there on the road? What if it's already waiting right at home? That kitchen you've been dreaming of, extra room to grow, or the family trip you've pictured long ago. Your home's equity can fuel it all. When your plans become a must, Explorers Credit Union. Built steady, built for us. Insured by NCUA. Call 800-491-4309 and put your equity to work for you today.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure in 2026? Then book your stay at Yankton's 2 finest hotels, the Fairfield by Marriott and the Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer a complimentary hot breakfast and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate and flexible reservation changes, call either hotel direct, the Fairfield by Marriott and the Holiday Inn Express. 2 great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
Buying a home isn't just about real estate. It's about investing in yourself. At the Move Group, we believe the best time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Our expert agents put people before transactions, meaning we listen first, provide honest guidance, and help you make a confident decision. No pressure, no gimmicks. Markets change, but the right home is about more than just numbers. It's about finding the right fit for your life and your future. When you're ready, we're here to help. Contact the Move Group today.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
There's a difference when a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
Hi, I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate. If you're thinking of selling your home, let's start with a full market analysis so you can understand our local market trends and know what to expect. Let me handle the details so you can focus on your next adventure. When it's time to move, pack those Vision boxes and hook up to our courtesy trailer. Call me, Deb Speck, at 605-664-5555.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYNTV. I've changed my mind again. Peek behind the curtain, little technical snafu. I got to make sure I have the right interview uploaded with Justin Olson for Yankton Gazelles Gymnastics, and the computer up here is having a little bit of issues with that, so I'll have to go to a different computer, and I'll do that during the next break. So now that none of you at home care about any of that, we're going to talk Bucks and Gazelles wrestling. It was an impressive week for them. We'll start with the Gazelles. Regional tournaments for both teams. The Gazelles, a fourth-place team finish at the Region 2 tournament on Thursday. They did come up with 4 individual state qualifiers. So Winry Yagi and Alexis Brayden both placed first in their weight classes. Yagi at 145, Brayden at 120. Chloe Catan ended up with a third-place finish at 115, and Jacqueline Kite at 135 placed fourth. Top 4 finishers at the region tournament qualify for the individual state tournament, and those are your 4 qualifiers for the Yankton Gazelles. Congratulations to all of them, and congratulations to head coach Jason Yagi. His first year as a full dedicated head coach to the girls wrestling program at Yankton High School. I think he's done a fantastic job. He's got some great wrestlers on that roster, and they continue to improve week in, week out. Those 4 wrestlers I mentioned, though, Winry Yagi, Alexis Brayden, Chloe Catan, and Jacqueline Kite, will be competing at the state tournament February 26th through the 28th in Sioux Falls, so good luck to them. Also on the Bucks side, last night at the Region 2A tournament, 8 wrestlers qualified for state, and their head coach, Robert Coyle III, was honored. We'll talk about that in a moment. But a third-place team finish at the Region 2A tournament. Chase Platt led the Bucks. He's the 165-pound champion for Region 2A. Good, great performance for the senior there. Colton Archer at 106, Damian Janish at 113, and Zane Portillo at 157 all finished second place in their weight classes to qualify for the state tournament. Edley Amaro took home third at 120, and a trio of fourth-place finishers, Brooks DeLozier at 120, Ethan Smith at 126, and Drace Gaskins at 285. I think I actually said 120 for Edley Amaro, 215 for Edley Amaro. He finished third. My apologies there. But Yankton did score 162 points as a team to take home third place. And like I mentioned, head coach Robert Coyle III taking home an honor as well. He was chosen as the Region 2A Coach of the Year. So congratulations to him. I believe in his 3rd year full-time as the head coach for Yankton Wrestling. He has done a fantastic job over the last couple of years. And congratulations to Chase Platt, your 165-pound champion for Region 2A representing the Bucks. And all of the state qualifiers for the Bucks, once again, Chase Platt at 165, Colton Archer at 106, Damian Janish at 113, Zane Portillo at 157, Edley Amaro at 215, Brooks DeLozier at 120, Ethan Smith at 126, and Drace Gaskins at 285, all qualifying for the state tournament. For the Yankton Gazelles, 4 qualifiers, Chloe Catan at 115, Alexis Brayden at 120, Jacqueline Kite at 135, and Winry Yagi at 145. State tournament for the Bucks is February 25th through the 27th in Sioux Falls. State tournament for the Gazelles, February 26th through the 28th, also in Sioux Falls. Now we're going to go back to break, and I promise when we come back this time, we're going to talk Yankton Gazelles gymnastics here on KYNT and KYNTV, and we're going to hear from head coach Justin Olson as well. Got a chance to talk to him last night before the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles basketball games, so you're going to hear basketball court and things in the background as we were sitting in the Aux Gym during some of the sub-varsity games having a conversation last night. But that's when we come back here on KYNT and KYNTV. You're listening to Huddling with the Herd.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Big news for Yankton and the surrounding area. Yankton Medical Clinic is proud to announce the addition of YMC Eye Care Clinic. Dr. Trevor Kindle and Dr. Rockney are now seeing patients for routine eye exams, glasses and contact prescriptions, and emergency eye care for unexpected injuries. As Yankton natives, they're committed to caring for the community they call home. Plus, Dr. Kindle is the area's only local comprehensive ophthalmologist and cataract surgeon. Call 605-655-1830. Third floor of the Pavilion, Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
Getting your business noticed starts with the right print. The other day, a customer came into the UPS store Yankton to pick up blueprints we printed for him. While we finished his order, he mentioned needing business cards. At the UPS store, we handle all your printing needs. Stop in and ask about our current print specials. And that customer? We had his new business cards ready the very next business day. Come explore our small business solutions at the UPS store in Yankton.
Save time and shop online at Hy-Vee. Enjoy the same low prices and great deals online as in store. It's fast and easy. Just shop groceries from our app or online. Choose a pickup or delivery time that fits your schedule. And done. Plus, you can create and save grocery lists, browse weekly deals and coupons, and earn fuel savers. Whatever you need, wherever you are, just one click away. Save time and shop online today at Hy-Vee. Some restrictions apply.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYNTV. This is Huddling with the Herd. Now it's time to talk Yankton Gazelles gymnastics. This past weekend at the AA State Championships in Mitchell, they placed 6th. That'd be last Friday's team competition. In the individual competition, still in the team competition last Friday, 137.116 points for the Gazelles. Not their highest score of the year, but really close to it. They really peaked at the right time and got back into the top 6 for the first time in the team competition since 2022. In the individual competition on Saturday, Avery Portillo led the Gazelles, placing 13th overall in the floor exercise and 20th on the beam. It was a great performance, though, for the Gazelles all around. They do expect all gymnasts to return next season, and it was interesting how it worked out last night. I was in talks with head coach Justin Olson, trying to get a hold of him, trying to figure out what would be the best time. I was literally in the process of sending him a text to ask what time would work, if he could come in this morning to talk live or if he could speak over the phone maybe a little bit beforehand. And then I saw him in the gym and decided just to go talk to him. And we ended up doing the interview right there last night in the Aux Gym during some sub-varsity basketball games before the varsity games with T area. But we're going to go to that interview now here on KYNT and KYNTV. It's head coach Justin Olson of the Yankton Gazelles gymnastics squad.
Brayden Butler here for Huddling with the Herd. Not over the Pizza Ranch phone line, but we are talking through my cell phone to head coach Justin Olson of the Yankton Gazelles gymnastics. Currently at the Yankton basketball match against T area tonight at Yankton High School, but I want to talk to you a little bit about your gymnastics season wrapping up last week. 6th place finish as a team at the state gymnastics tournament, and some very good individual finishes as well. So talking about that, how are you feeling with your team's performances throughout the season, especially last week at state tournament?
Well, you know, how we set it up and how, you know, anybody would like to write the story would be that you start working and you don't want to peak too soon. And our girls have been working hard. I mean, they knew what their goal was, and their goal was to get a plaque at the state meet, the team night. And I tell you what, you can see it coming. We had a great kind of, if you want to call it our off-season, meets, where you call it the ESD meet, the state qualifier, then of course the state meet. We had to first qualify, and we scored some of our best scores of the year, at those meets. And so when they're double judged, triple judged, and you're scoring, some of the top scores that you had all year, we're doing something right. And our girls worked hard, and it was fun to see them achieve what they wanted to do and earn that sixth place plaque. And everyone just had to step up, and it was exciting.
I believe that sixth place finish as well, the first for your team since was it 2022 was the last time in the top six. So how was that feeling, seeing your team get back and get a plaque there?
Well, we came in sixth, and we knew that we had a shot to move up. But things had to fall into place, and especially Beam, of course, and that's been kind of our nemesis all year. And we came out and we hit a pretty good set. Had a couple that we almost got to the finish and then took a fall, but we still had a good score on Beam. And unfortunately, we just missed out by like a point, that fifth place range. But it was one of those things I told the girls, said we just got to come in and just do what we can do, control what we can control, and that's our routines and ourselves. And if someone scores better than us, then that's what it's meant to be that day. And so coming in sixth, staying in sixth, getting the plaque, that has a great reward for these girls and shows how much hard work that they put in, and it's very rewarding and fulfilling, especially since we don't have any seniors. They came back out of this meet, Brayden, and they said, you know what? Immediately, their goals were set for next year, and they said, we want to break this school scoring record, and they want to climb higher than sixth place. And you know what? I believe that they can do it. They're going to put in the work, but talk is cheap, and they made their goals to put in the work. So we'll see what happens, see if it comes to fruition.
And you mentioned it there that no seniors on this team, everybody's coming back. What's that like as a head coach, knowing exactly who's going to be on your team next year, what you're getting into, and being able to grow after a really good performance this year into next year?
Yeah, well, barring any injuries, we have some other girls that are going to come up too and fill some spots. But, the depth is the key, especially in any sport. But in the world of gymnastics, when you don't have to have, 4 all-around girls to count all your 4 scores, if you can plug and play some people in there to create your best team score, that's what you want to do. And that's what we're going to have if everyone comes back healthy. And we're going to add some depth. We have some younger girls that didn't come up and add it to the roster. So it's exciting. It's one of those things where, it was hard, kind of as we're sitting there watching them warm up for the last time and be like, you know what, we're going to enjoy this. But as soon as we kind of drove back in our Suburbans after the state individual night on that Saturday, the girls are already starting talking. And they're already kind of saying, hey, it's fun. It said, we're gonna have 3 seniors next year, and the rest are gonna be juniors and sophomores and freshmen, and hopefully we'll have a 7th grader in there that'll be in the mix. So it's exciting, especially as a coach, to kind of see that and be like, all right, let's start planning and putting that hard work too.
Well, Coach, I'd like to thank you for taking some time to talk today for Huddling with the Herd, and congratulations to your team on a 6th place finish as a unit and some great individual finishers as well. And I'm excited to see what the future holds for the Gazelles next year for gymnastics.
You bet, Brayden. Hey, I appreciate everything you do for us, so thank you.
That was head coach Justin Olson of the Yankton Gazelles gymnastics team. They are expected to return everybody next season. Another great year of growth for this Gazelles squad, and they're just going to keep building and building, it feels like. 6th place finish as a team once again at the state competition last week. Avery Portillo led the way in the individual competition, 13th place on the floor exercise, 20th on the beam. We're going to keep it right here and wrap up with sports, Bucks hockey and Bucks and Gazelles bowling. We'll start with the Bucks hockey team, and they stumbled a little bit last Saturday. It was a 3-2 loss to Aberdeen, their first loss in quite a long time, I think almost 2 months without a loss for the Yankton Bucks hockey squad, and their first loss to anybody not named the Rushmore Thunder, who are the top team in the class once again. But a 3-2 loss last week. Rylan Murphy and Tucker Rankin each scored a goal. Jack Pedersen and Brayden Berkland each with an assist. On Sunday, they would immediately avenge that loss to Aberdeen with a dominant performance. A 7-0 shutout over the Cougars. Caden Hunoff, a hat trick with 3 goals, throwing an assist as well for 4 points. Tucker Rankin had 2 goals and 1 assist for 3 points on the night. Brayden Berkland, a goal and an assist for 2 points. Max Wiesenberger had a goal, and then a couple players with an assist. Rylan Murphy, Grady Van Cleve, Cade Schramm, and Kylan O'Connor all with an assist in that one. Luke Moeller, great day in net for him, made 23 saves for the shutout. Up next for the Bucks, it is their final home game of the season tomorrow afternoon against Sioux Falls East. Puck drop between the Flyers and the Bucks scheduled for 2 p.m. Pre-game coverage exclusively on KYN TV. That's on YouTube, Facebook, or the KYN TV app, whether you're on mobile or a Roku or Apple TV devices. Also online at kyntv.com if you prefer a web browser. So any way you want to watch, exclusively on KYN TV. It will not be over radio on 102.1 FM or AM 1450, exclusively live streamed on KYN TV. But pregame coverage, 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. Puck drop at 2. It'll be myself and Dave Spencer on the call for that one as the Bucks conclude their home slate of games in the regular season. Moving on from hockey, let's take a look at bowling. Bucks and Gazelles bowling. We'll start with the Bucks, and we're actually going to start with the Bucks junior varsity. They completed a three-peat last night, winning their third straight JV state championship in Sioux Falls. I believe that's the first JV state championship three-peat ever. If not, it's been done very rarely in South Dakota. So congratulations to the Bucks on that big accomplishment. Shows you the future of the program is in good hands, and the present of the program is in good hands as well. They finished their regular season 10-3. Last week, they defeated Sioux Falls, Washington 44.5 to 5.5 in their final matchup. Ryan Turner, a 276 high game. He led the way in terms of the highest game, but a 692 series. Audric Bosram had a high series of 746 to lead the Bucks. 267 high game for him. And Christian Weir was up there as well. 246 high game with a 704 series. The Bucks varsity team looks to defend their state title from last season. They're trying to go back-to-back like the cover of Lethal Weapon. The varsity state tournament on February 28th. That is in Brookings. As for Gazelles bowling, they finished the regular season 12-1 last week. A 40.5 to 9.5 victory over Sioux Falls, Washington. Avery Turner led the way in both high game and series. A 244 high game, a 652 series. Dominant performance from her. Aubrey Putnam had a 188 high game and a 537 series, and Macy Weverstad had 210 high game, a 535 series for the Gazelles. Next up for them, the varsity state tournament on February 27th in Brookings. Like I said, the Gazelles finished the regular season 12-1, and that one was in their first matchup of the season. So 12 straight wins to end the regular season for the Yankton Gazelles. Coach Pat King does a fantastic job with the bowling programs for Yankton. Obviously leading the Bucks to a state championship last season. It's just impressive what Coach King has been able to do with his squads the last couple years and during his time. Very knowledgeable guy. I got a chance to speak to him at one point last year heading into the state tournament for the Bucks, and just one of the great bowling mind, but also just a great guy to talk to. So good luck to him and his teams next week at the state tournaments. The girls' state tournament for bowling, February 27th. The boys' state tournament, February 28th. That's next Friday and Saturday. Both tournaments in Brookings. We're going to go to break. When we come back, it's time for YHS Nation here on KYNT and KYN TV. Jeff Erickson got a chance to talk to Angela Larson of the Yankton Choir program about their Evening with the Stars concert coming up this week. So we got that coming up when we come back. You're listening to Huddling with the Herd, KYNT, KYN TV.
When we fuel our body poorly, it becomes more susceptible to joint pain, inflammation, and other health issues. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson from First Chiropractic Centers. Our doctors can evaluate your nutritional needs and provide a specific supplementation and nutrition plan. We aim to improve your overall quality of life, along with alleviating any pain you are dealing with. For this reason, proper nutrition is a key element to your chiropractic treatment plan. Visit us at firstchiropracticcenter.com, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Long day, good day, either way, Yankton Pizza Ranch makes it easy. Our buffet is always ready with fresh pizzas, mouth-watering desserts, and the country's best chicken. No waiting, no stress, just grab a plate and enjoy. So when you need comfort made simple, make today a buffet day at Yankton Pizza Ranch. Buffet every day from 11 to 8.
It's where life tastes better. Surround 'em up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Ever have one of those days? Your car breaks down, your dog decides your couch is a chew toy, and oh yeah, a tree falls on your roof. Don't worry, Missouri River Associates has you covered. Auto, home, pet mishaps, we're here for all of life's little oops moments. Call 665-6885 for your free quote. Because life happens, and we're ready for it.
At Vision Care Associates, we're always improving our technology for the health of your eyes. With OptiMap dilation-free exams, you get a comprehensive view of your retina without the need for dilation eye drops. It's quick, easy, and best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. Book your OptiMap exam now.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Welcome back here on KYNT, KYNTV. This is Huddling with the Herd, and it's time for YHS Nation here on KYNT and KYNTV. For those of you who don't know, YHS Nation is looking at a non-athletic, usually activity or event, giving them some coverage. Usually when a big event's coming up, or just giving an idea of those non-athletic clubs and activities that are going on around Yankton High School. This week, it is about an event that's coming up, the Evening with the Stars concert for the high school choir coming up on Monday, February 23rd. Starts at 7 p.m. at Yankton High School. Angela Larson spoke with Jeff Erickson earlier this week to talk about that concert, and we have that interview now for you here on YHS Nation. We'll also hear from Dave Lesher here for YHS Nation.
Time now for YHS Nation at FM 1021 and AM 1450 KYNT. Monday will be Evening with the Stars, a fundraiser for the YHS Choir Boosters. And we'll give you all the details right now on YHS Nation with Jeff Erickson and Angela Larson.
From the high school, the choir director, Angela Larson. Good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am good. Busy, but good.
Name a choir director who isn't busy, right?
Well, right, and a mom.
And a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else can we put on the resume?
Musical director. We just did auditions for Annie, so that'll be coming out.
Okay, when is Annie going to play?
Not till middle of April, 16, 17, that time frame.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
It will.
Evening with the Stars is happening on Monday night, and we wanted to chat with you about that. How long ago did you make the move to having this in February instead of the fall?
This is our second year doing it this way.
So I know you said you liked it. Do the kids like it? Do the parents like it? What's the community reaction?
I think the kids like it. I mean, I have some that are pretty busy with the one act, but they aren't busy with all state choir. So like having two big singing things at the beginning of the year was a lot, and this has been a good move.
Kind of even things out a little bit.
Yeah.
Stretch them out.
Yeah.
Define or describe Evening with the Stars to someone who's never been to it.
So it's a themed concert that it's like a talent show. It features the choirs, but then any senior in choir can audition to do a solo of their choice, as well as like all of the kids can do small groups and audition to be on it if they'd like.
Do you have judges like Yankton's Got Talent and they can get the golden buzzer or the...
I mean, kind of, just not as like thorough. I have someone come in and judge with me, yes. And, you know, this year we had so many audition, we had to cut like half of them. It was kind of sad, but exciting too.
But also, that's a lesson in life, I guess, a little bit.
For sure.
So what happens at the end of the night after Evening with Stars? Do you hand out like awards or places? Or...
No, we just enjoy a lovely concert.
Good.
Yeah.
What's the theme? You said it's a themed concert. So what's the theme this year?
Okay, so I try to be really creative because I don't like to repeat themes. I'm just that way. So the theme is don't judge a book by its cover. And you might be thinking, how does that correlate with music? Well,
a cover.
A cover. So we're doing covers, and we've been learning about what is a cover and how to do a cover and what makes a song a cover.
So some people don't like covers because they say don't mess with the original, especially if they're a fan of the original. I love a good cover. And
right.
Whether they're trying to imitate exactly or they go their own way with it.
Correct. So back to the theme, you can look at a cover of a book and think, oh, I'm not going to like that. But then you start reading it and you're like, hey, this is good. Same thing with music. You might hear an original and not love it, and then someone does a cover and you're like, oh, I actually do like this song. Or vice versa, you know? So like, that's kind of how we're tying this in of like, you can have a song and make it your own into a way that like represents who you are more, or what style of music you like more, or genre.
So I want to ask you, but I feel like I can't. I want to ask you, what will we enjoy or what we should be looking for? But you probably don't want to spoil anything.
I mean, it's not like a secret. Like a good example would be, the rock song "Carry On My Wayward Son."
Kansas.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a traditional, would you think of it as rock?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, a couple senior girls are doing it, and it's like a slow, beautiful ballad with piano.
They kind of just tear it down a little bit.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
Remember Twisted Sister with Dee Snider, We're Not Going to Take It?
Oh, yeah.
So it's a very rebellious song.
Yeah.
So I heard it as a ballad, as a fight back to cancer song. And I actually almost just tear up when I hear it. It's amazing how you can take one thing and turn it into another thing.
Absolutely. And that's the beauty of the arts, the fine arts. It really is a form of art, music is, because you can take it and rearrange it and change it, and it's still a beautiful thing.
All right, so some of the details on Evening with the Stars. When does it start? How long does it go? Is there anything else surrounding this event?
So the official date is Monday, February 23rd at 7 p.m. at the high school in the theater. And this is a fundraiser for the choir boosters. So the tickets are $5, and you can get them at the door. Kids that are 5 and under can get in free. So we don't take activity tickets. That's probably the biggest surprise for most people at this event. But like I said, it's a fundraiser. The kids in a cappella choir are taking a little day trip later in the month, so that will help keep the expense down for those kiddos.
Where's the day trip to?
Omaha. We're going to go see the musical Six.
Nice. Good.
Yeah. There's going to be raffle tickets sold prior to the concert starting, and a bunch of businesses throughout the community have donated prizes. So if you are interested in winning some cool stuff, do that. And our grand prize is $250 cash donated by the Yankton Medical Clinic.
Isn't it nice when our great businesses step up and
Absolutely.
they always do.
They really do.
Good. How many performances are lined up for Evening with the Stars?
Well, I can tell you all 3 choirs are singing a few songs each. We have, I think, 7 senior solos and then a handful of duets and small groups. I don't have the exact number because we've had influenza running through some of our kids.
I've heard that.
And I'm still kind of finalizing some of these kiddos if they're going to be able to sing or not. So I don't have an exact number right now.
Okay.
So it'll be a fun night.
Anything else coming up that you want to mention? And I mean, I don't want to fast forward to the end of the school year, but some big dates or reminders?
No, I mean, just keep watching our school website and listening to you, because we are constantly trying to promote and inform everyone of what's coming up. But yeah, for me, the musical is probably the big ticket item after this.
Good.
So yeah.
Well, good luck with all that. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
We look forward to Evening with the Stars.
Thanks.
That was Angela Larson on YHS Nation talking about the Evening with the Stars concert coming up on Monday. Let's go through your activities calendar for this week. Keep talking about it, but Monday, your Evening with the Stars concert for the high school choir starts at 7 p.m. at Yankton High School. It will be in the main theater at YHS. Tuesday, a road basketball doubleheader for the Bucks and Gazelles. The Gazelles play first at 6 p.m. with the Bucks to follow. On Wednesday, high school honor band at Lenox, and also the Region 1 solo ensemble contest, also at Lenox. That's on Wednesday. Thursday, Bucks and Gazelles wrestling start the state tournament. That is February 26th. Matches begin at 11 a.m. at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. On Friday, high school band will the South Dakota State University Honor Band on Friday, so members of the high school band for that. Second day of the Boys and Girls State Varsity Tournament, 10 a.m. start time on Friday at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. And Bucks and Gazelles basketball at Spearfish, 6 p.m. Mountain Time tip-off for the girls, so 7 p.m. Central. A 6:15 local time pregame here. It'll be 5:15 Mountain, but I'll have all that information for you on KYNT and KYNTV. And next Saturday, South Dakota State University Honor Band again for the high school band on Saturday. And Bucks and Gazelles basketball at Douglas. The girls will play at 1 p.m. Mountain Time with the Bucks to follow. So pregame at 12:15 p.m. Mountain Time, 1:15 p.m. Central Time here in Yankton. Also on Saturday, the final day of the Boys and Girls Wrestling State Tournament. Matches scheduled to begin at 10 a.m. once again. That 3-day tournament all held at the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls. It's going to wrap up another week of We're just going to restart. That's going to wrap up another week of Huddling with the Herd here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Huddling with the Herd has been presented to you by Explorers Credit Union, proudly serving Northeast Nebraska and Southeast South Dakota. Discover the difference with them at explorerscu.com. Next week, as of right now, the plan is to have Josh Bolter fill in for Huddling with the Herd, as I will be out west covering Yankton basketball against Spearfish and Douglas. But we will have a show for you next Saturday one way or another. So be sure to tune in for that one on February 28th. But until then, thank you for joining me today for Huddling with the Herd. Go out and support the Bucks and Gazelles and everything that they do. And until next week, stay safe, be good people, and have a great weekend, everybody.